What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with year two of the Madden 23 Houston Texans realistic rebuild. If you tuned in to part one, we were a 5-win team, didn't make the playoffs, finished last in the division, but that wasn't the worst of it. We actually had a good season when we think about the realistic goals and expectations that we were trying to set. We were able to have a good free agency period. We had a good draft, and we were able to develop not only our rookies that all played, but also a couple of second-year, third-year young players that will be the cornerstones of this team. But looking at the screen here, we are starting off year two with a big trade. We will be trading Brandon Cooks away because of the season that John Mechie had. He was our number one receiver. We know Brandon Cooks in real life. He just wants to win. He just wants to go to a team. Now, looking at the team that we're going to be trading to, the Detroit Lions, you would say, hey, if Brandon Cooks wants to win, why would he want to go to the Lions? So I looked around before I even started recording, before I even hit the record button. I looked at a couple of teams like Green Bay, which was a team in real life that I thought he would end up going to. I looked at the Saints, which is the team I think that drafted him to start his career. I looked at them. I even tried to get maybe like a Cam Jordan or something, but it just didn't work out. A lot of teams right now, y'all know, like in the preseason, they don't have a lot of cap space for some reason. So we even looked at a team like the Jets, thought about getting like John Franklin Myers or Carl Lawson or just giving them Brandon Cooks. But overall, the only team that we could really trade them to right now is the Detroit Lions. Now, their roster is actually not that bad. I think this would be a win move for them. You see, they drafted the quarterback in the draft, Spencer Supton. They still have Jared Goff on the roster, but they have DeAndre Swift. They signed Darrell Henderson, who just got cut in real life by the Rams, by the way. Looks like they drafted another running back. But they have St. Brown, Jamison Williams. I guess they signed Isaiah McKenzie. They still have Quintez Cephas on the roster. But I think if they added a deep threat like Brandon Cooks, you have Jamison Williams, the speedster, got St. Brown as your wide receiver one. And even Isaiah McKenzie and Cephas as wide receivers 4 and 5. That'll be a lot of weapons for their young quarterback that they just drafted. And then look at tight end. They drafted the best player in the draft, which was the tight end. So with that tight end, those receivers, I think that would be a high-powered offense, and I like the move. So we are going to trade Brandon Cooks to the Detroit Lions for a third-round pick and a future fifth-round pick. Let's get that done right now. Boom. Brandon Cooks will be going to the Detroit Lions. We get a third and a fifth back. Now that the trade is done, let's waste no more time and let's meet the roster, the team, the squad before the preseason here starts in year two. Looking at the quarterback position, which is a position that is up in question. Davis Mills going into his third year. Now, he did have a better season from his rookie season. When you look at the numbers and you compare the two, almost 3,900 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 14 picks is a little high for me, but he did have a better season than his rookie season. Will he make an even bigger jump in year three? We don't know. We passed on drafting the quarterback. We want to try to build around Davis Mills. He does have 2 years left on his rookie deal. He still does have that player tag of quarterback of the future. But with another 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft that we have, and he does still have star depth too, but with the next draft coming up, we have 2 first-round picks. If we suck again and have another high pick, now that we're starting to put pieces around not only the offense, but drafting players and signing players on the defensive side of the ball, and we get this team all put together, we may have to pull the trigger and draft a new quarterback. But we did bring in Sam Darnold to add competition to the quarterback room. And then Sam Darnold goes from being quarterback 3 in Carolina to quarterback 2 here in Texas. And I think Sam Darnold just got announced to be the starter for the Panthers next game this week. But we did draft one in the 4th round, Josh Johnson, just a scrambler type quarterback. So we have all different types of quarterbacks, archetypes in our quarterback room. Running back got Dameon Pierce, who had a great rookie season last season. I think he went over 1,100 yards, something like that. Yes, it was just about over 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns, averaged 4 yards per carry, only 1 fumble. He was in contention for Rookie of the Year, but great season from Dameon Pierce. He was our all 3 down back. Eno Benjamin was our backup running back, but I'm looking at this guy, Quandre McDonald. I think he was our 2nd round pick out of Florida State. Double check here because I can't remember. Yeah, he was a 2nd round pick 4 in the draft. We added another running back to our running back room, and I like it because with this team being a multiple power run, we got Davis Mills. We want to take some of that pressure off him. If we could just run the ball, protect Davis Mills a little bit, that'll also protect the offensive line from giving up sacks to Davis Mills. I think that will help Davis Mills succeed in this offense by running the ball with Damian Pierce and now Quandre McDonald. At fullback, still got Troy Harrison going into his second season. Now, receiver, just traded away Brandon Cooks to the Detroit Lions, if y'all want to take a look. See how he looks over there. And I think that team is going to be really good. They got Brandon Cooks now, St. Brown, Jameson Williams, McKenzie. They drafted that quarterback. They drafted the tight end who had the highest overall in the draft. That's going to be one hell of an offense. But back to our team, though. The receiver room, John Mechie was our leading receiver last season, I think, in touchdowns, yards, and receptions. Probably not touchdowns, but definitely yards and receptions. And he's going to be our wide receiver one. He also went up dev trait to star dev. That's another thing. That was a win for us last season. All of our players, all of our rookies that were stuck on normal dev, talking John Mechie, talking John Mechie. Breven Jordan was like the only one that didn't go up. He was still normal. But like, heads like John Mechie, Jonathan Grenard going into his fourth year, he went up star dev. Christian Harris, the rookie outside linebacker, he went up star dev. Even a guy like Roy Lopez, he went up star dev. So we got a lot of love when it came to dev traits, but John Mechie will be our wide receiver one. Nico Collins will be our big body wide receiver two on the outside. We brought in Brashard Perriman just to be a bridge player, take over that deep threat role that, was just left from Brandon Cooks. But Amari Rodgers is a guy that I'm looking to move up the depth chart this season, and we drafted a wide receiver, I think, in the later rounds. This guy, Lance Stanley, out of Kansas State. Tight end Breven Jordan had a good season. He was our second best leading receiver. He had about almost 60 catches, 700 yards, and tied John Mechie with 5 touchdowns. Didn't go up dev trait, but I think he will continue to go up. I think this will be his breakout season. Tegan Catoriano, he will be our tight end 2. We brought in Eric Tomlinson to be our tight end 3. Laramie Tunsil still at left tackle with Charlie Heck. Kenyon Green going into his second season at left guard. We just brought in Tyler Shatley to be his backup. Center Justin Britt, who played really good last season, still have Jimmy Morrissey as his backup. Right guard, now Cole McKee. He was, I think we had 2 second-round picks, or I think he was our third-round pick, actually. Yeah, he was our third-round pick, pick 4. We drafted him as a center. Now, he was going to sit behind Justin Britt. He didn't even have a player tag. I know it says day 1 starter now, but when we moved him out to right guard, that's when they placed the player tag of day 1 starter on him, and he went up 1 overall from a 72 to a 73. Now, AJ Cann, kind of like Justin Britt, had a great season last season. I think Cann only gave up 3, Britt only gave up 2, or it might have been reversed, something like that. But they both played really well. As veterans, bridge players, they played really well for us. So I want to keep them on the team, but I think Adam McKee, he does not have to play this year. He does not have a depth trait. He has normal depth, so I'm fine benching him, but I will let him compete for the starting right guard position here in the preseason. Right tackle Titus Howard, though, you see the savings. If we cut him, we get about 13.2 mil. He gave up the most sacks on the offensive line last season. I'm talking double digits. I'm talking 16 damn sacks. I should just cut his ass right now. I do have him benched in the preseason. If I can't find a trade partner for him, we will just straight up release him because our first round pick was Kerry Hayden, 6'8", 322-pounder, 21 years old, out of Arizona State. He's going to be our day 1 starter. Pair him up with Laramie Tunsil, Kenyon Green. This offensive line is starting to shape up. Still have Austin Deckles as the backup. Tyquan Lewis, he was just the best available left end. This was a position that I failed to address and fix in the draft and in free agency. So Tyquan Lewis is just, he's what he is in the player tag. He's going to be a bridge player this year, placeholder, Band-Aid, whatever you want to call it. But you never know. He could have a good season. We did draft this guy, Pat Bigsby, to be a backup, but rotational guy. Jonathan Grenard, who went up dev trait in season last season, and I think he's going to be one of the leaders of this defense going forward. Taco Charlton, bringing him in as a backup. Niles Vassell, he was our other first-round pick, because we had 2 first-round picks. Yes, he was our pick 29. First-round pick. He was a left end. We moved him over to defensive tackle because I wasn't gonna play a 320-pounder left end run stopper when we have a power rusher scheme fit at the left end position in this Tampa 2 defense. So moved him over to the defensive tackle. Now, Malik Collins was okay last season. Roy Lopez had a bunch of TFLs. I think it was like 15 or 16 TFLs. No sacks, but he went up dev trait because of the TFL. So with Roy Lopez going up to start dev, now we have R2 button is sticking. Niles Vassell, the draft pick, still got Malik Collins, kind of in like a bad contract, so I can't really release him or trade him right now. So we have a lot of depth now at defensive tackle. Deion Jones was one of our biggest free agent signings, bringing him over from the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to start at left outside linebacker. We still have Jalen Reeves-Maven as a backup, and this guy Higgins down here that we drafted. Christian Kirksey on the trading block was going to cut him. Just had an okay, season last season, team captain and all, but he's probably going to play again at middle linebacker this season. We have Jake Hansen being his backup going into his second year. And then Christian Harris, one of the rookies that excelled last season, he went up dev trait to star dev, and I just peeped when I clicked on him. He is right back down to that normal, boring-ass brown dev trait. Why? So now that has me wondering, how many more people did they rob? So we're going to start with Dameon Pierce. He was a star dev. He should remain a star. Okay, he is star. Now, Davis Mills, they didn't take his away, right? They did not. Probably should have took his away. Receiver John Mechie, he went up. They did not take it away. Breven Jordan didn't get one. Offensive line, they really don't affect them that much. Jonathan Grenard, I was just clicked on him. I think he still had his. Roy Lopez, I think I saw that he still had his. Right? So you mean to tell me Christian Harris is the only one to get robbed of his dev trait? Well, he had a great rookie season, though. He had about 97 tackles, 17 fails, 3 interceptions as our pass coverage linebacker, and I think he's going to have an even bigger jump here in year 2. Des King, still our slot cornerback, but Derek Stingley, he had an okay rookie season last season, and he's going to remain our cornerback 1. Didn't have any interceptions, but our defense was overall just bad as a whole. This R2 is getting on my nerves. Steven Nelson, another one of those players in a weird spot where it's like I can cut him, I can trade him, I can save some money, but we just might as well keep him if we don't get any offers. But Dwayne Gold, took him in the 4th round, and, I was hesitating to take him because his zone coverage was ass, and I'm like, okay, let's see what we have. He had a hidden dev trait, bro. Hidden dev trait. He is 24 years of age. But I said it. His name is Dwayne Gold. I expect that hidden dev trait to be the same color as his last name. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Gold adds more depth to the cornerback spot. Free safety Nasir Adderley, along with Deion Jones, was our other big free agent signing, bringing him over from the LA Chargers. I think he's going to be a great pairing with Jalen Petrie. We also have Eric Murray, who started at the free safety position last season. And just like Steven Nelson, just like Christian Kirksey, just like Malik Collins, it's just in that weird spot where we can cut him, trade him, save money. Might as well keep him, all right. And then we have Graylin Arnold still as our backup strong safety. Fairborn, who only missed 1 field goal, and it was the field goal in the last game of the regular season, too. Got robbed out of Kicker of the Year award. Cameron Johnson, though, was our only Pro Bowler last season. And with that Pro Bowl, you know what I'm going to do, Cameron Johnson? I'm going to reward you with that team captain slot on your jersey. Let's go. Punters matter. If we have any other team captain slots available, I will give them out. Let's see if we have any more. We actually do have another one. So this final one, who should it go to? Who should it go to? Jonathan Grenard. I think Jonathan Grenard, I say he's going to be one of the focus points on this defense. So let's give him one. And then that should be all. We actually have another one. So transitioning here. Des King. Let's give it to Desmond King, the veteran in the cornerback room. Why not? Let's give it to Desmond King. And that should be everybody now. Should have no more team count. All right, so congratulations to Cameron Johnson, the punter, Desmond King, and Jonathan Grenard, your new team captains. Now that we got that all settled, let's simulate the preseason. No injuries. And see how we do. See how we do in the preseason. I am going to play Sam Darnold a little bit. Davis Mills' job is not on lock. We do have an injury. Of course, I jinxed it. And the injury is going to go to Roy Lopez. Dislocated knee, should be back for the regular season, though. That just sucks that he won't get the reps in the preseason. But I'm fine with that. Let's put Sam Darnold in. Let's put who else? Who else needs to play? I guess we can rest Deion Jones. I kind of want to get him on the field, though, since he's on a new team. We're not resting nobody. You know what? We're not resting nobody. Everybody's going to play. We need those reps because we're looking to win more games here in 2024. Or is it 2023? I think it's 2023. 2023. And we do win the next preseason game. We have a training camp standout. And that standout is Niles Vassell, the first-round defensive tackle. And I am going to – he's a run stopper, right? So you already know to do that. We're going to do rushing the passer. We need to get more pressure, especially with this Tampa 2 defense. The defensive line needs to apply pressure. So we're going to do that. And there was a trade, Adrian Phillips to the Bills. Okay. But we're going to put the rookie Johnston in. As a starter with Sam Darnold as the backup. And that's the only that's the only change we're going to make on the depth chart. We're going to simulate the final preseason game against the Cincinnati Bengals, see how everybody performs, see if we can get the win and advance to 2-1. And we can't. So we go 1-2. We only like to cut 7 players, and let's see how everybody did in the preseason. So Davis Mills is going to win the starting job. Sam Darnold actually was not that great. The rookie really didn't show that much. Sam Darnold was sacked 6 times. So, he will be quarterback 2. Pierce is going to be running back 1 with McDonald. Eno Benjamin put up a fight, though. He did have more touchdowns, a better average, but less yards than Quandre McDonald. But Eno Benjamin will get a little bit of snaps. John Mechie will be our wide receiver 1. The rookie Lance Stanley had a couple of catches. Amari Rodgers will be a wide receiver 3. And then fullback Harrison will make the team. All right, let's look at the offensive line because A.J. Cann did not give up a sack. Neither did the rookie right guard who was starting. So Cole McKee is going to start, and then Christian Harris was great. 3 sacks for Malik Collins, damn it. But Malik Collins is going to have to play anyway with the injury to Roy Lopez. So I am actually okay with that. And then Grenard, Bigsby, Lopez played. Must have had a sack before he got injured. And then Derek Stingley, Steven Nelson, Deion Jones, all with interceptions. And Fairborn only missed a field goal because it was blocked, and we had no special teams touchdown. So let's go and make our cuts. Get our practice squad ready. And I think Josh Johnson, we will move him to the practice squad. We will go with Sam Darnold, and we will go with Davis Mills. Running back, we have a lot. So I kind of want to keep Jet Anderson. He's like one of our return guys. Don't know how Kylan Hill got here in the first place. So we're going to move Kylan Hill to the practice squad, and I think we're going to move Dare. Just cut him. We'll have Jet Anderson be our 4th running back. Receivers, we should be good. Tight end, offensive line should all be good. Actually, Titus Howard, it is time. Got no trade offers from him, so we are going to release him, allow him to get picked up off of waivers from another team. We have a new right tackle in Kerry Hayden, so we're moving on. Defensive tackle, we have a bunch. So Kurt Hennish, he will go on the practice squad. I think I might just keep 5 defensive tackles. Keep Dornfor. And then Zach Higgins. Probably will keep him too, right? So we don't need these safeties back here, so I'll get rid of them first before I get rid of the defensive tackle, Kurt Hennish, and before I get rid of that left outside linebacker that we drafted, and we need to get rid of this other kicker. We'll put him on the practice squad, though, and then we'll see how many players that we have. It's probably like 1 or 2 more. I'm thinking 1, maybe none, and we're actually fine, so we can keep all our defensive tackles. Now, I am going to look at free agency again really quick because there may be some cuts from other teams where we can actually pick up a better option at defensive end so we don't have to go with Tyquan Lewis. Let's look at Jalen Petrie. And let's see who's sitting in free agency in the final week of the preseason. Chris Boswell, Ramondre Stevenson, Casey Hayward, Chuck Clark. Okay. Don't need running back. We're looking at left end. There's Titus Howard. No one's picked him up yet. Larry Ogunjobi is there. Would he be a better option than Tyquan Lewis? He is more expensive. Thought about Shaq Lawson at one point. And look at right end. Morgan Fox is still the best. Mike Dana. He was on the trading block, so the Chiefs must have just cut him. Could pick him up. But I really don't see. I mean, Melvin Ingram. We thought about Carl Nassib. Alton Robinson was a guy on the trading block from the Seahawks. Thought about him. And then all these other guys. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to pick any of these guys up. We're just going to keep our team, reorder the depth chart, adjust the lineup, and get on to week one where we face the Colts again. We opened up the season against them last season. So we're doing it again. Also, we hired a new defensive coordinator because I did notice that the defense coordinator did not have the Tampa 2 defensive scheme. He had like a 3-4 disguise. So I don't know how much the offensive defensive coordinators play a part with the playbooks. I don't know if they don't match your playbook, does that mess up things and make your team play bad? I don't know. But we did sign a new defensive coordinator, more so like a 4-3 cover 3 since we have pass coverage linebackers. But Davis Mills will be the quarterback 1. McDonald will be the backup. Benjamin will be the 3rd. Tomlinson can go right here. Receiver will be John Mechie, Nico Collins. I'm going to go at Rodgers over Brashad Perriman. And then Breven Jordan, Teagan, Consul, Green. Offensive line should be fine. Now, right guard, we're going to go at McKee. And then they have Morrissey. And then I'm going to put Can right here. Can's going to be kind of like our extra offensive lineman. And Kerry Hayden, the rookie. Tyquan Lewis is going to start with Grenard, Vassell, Collins, and then once Roy Lopez come back, he'll be like our sub defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker will be Deion Jones. And they have Christian Harris as the backup. Why do they have that? It's going to be Reeves Maven. Middle linebacker is going to be Christian Kirksey, followed by Hanson. Right outside linebacker will be Christian Harris. Cornerback will be Des King. Nelson. Where is Derek Stingley? He just went down with injury. So the rookie Gold will get some playing time. And then we're going to put Murray in as our 4th cornerback. That's why he is still on the team, to add that extra depth. And then Petrie, Arnold. Special teamers will be Dwayne Gold, the cornerback, followed by Jet Anderson, the rookie Stanley, who will probably be the punt returner with Des King. And then kickoff start will be Cam Johnson. Long snapper will be Justin Britt. We actually could do A.J. Cann now that he's not starting. So we'll do A.J. Cann. Third down back will be Pierce. And then Benjamin and McDonald. Power back will be Pierce, McDonald, Benjamin. Slot receiver, we're going to go with John Mechie. And should we just do Nico Collins and Rodgers? We'll just leave it like that. And then left end will be, they have Grenard, Taco Charlton. And then right side, we will do Tyquan Lewis and Bigsby. D tackle will be Malik Collins. We're going to go Vassell, then Malik Collins, and they have Taco Charlton. But we're going to go with Thomas Booker. Sub linebacker will be Deion Jones, Christian Kirksey, and Christian Harris. Christian Harris will be the 2nd. Slot cornerback will be Des King, followed by Steven Nelson. They're both starting, right? They're starting. So I'm actually going to go with Gold. We're going to have Des King, Gold, and that's fine. At Murray, let's simulate. Don't know how long Derek Stingley is out because they didn't even tell me he went out with injury, which is annoying. But he shouldn't be out that long. And when he does come back, I need to double-check the depth chart because they will switch it up on me. The Bucks stole Josh Johnson, our fourth-round quarterback that we drafted, so he is gone. Season goal, I am going to up it. I'm going to say about 7 wins. I do believe in Lovie Smith. Hey, when a guy can take Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl, he's a good coach. He's a good coach. We have a camp standout. That was from Vassell, our rookie defensive tackle. This is that stupid poised scenario, dating all the way back to Madden 22. But I want to take a look at the team now. Make sure that Derek Stingley is back and take a look at these depth traits and see how the team looks. But new guard, new tackles. So the right side is completely new with rookies. And we got Thompson and Green on the left, a nice veteran, and Justin Britt, go Hawks. In the middle at center, we got some extra help at running back. We got weaker at receiver, but if we could just run the ball and play to our strengths, I think Davis Mills will be fine. We lost Jerry Hughes to retirement. That was a big loss. Tyquan Lewis is just a placeholder for right now. We did get better at defensive tackle, though. And Derek Stingley is back. So it looks like I had to do some more changes. We got better at safety, got better at linebacker. So the defense did get better. Also bringing in a new defensive coordinator, I think that will help. But now this is so annoying because I have to go back in and redo everything because I know they're going to switch it around. So especially on defense, let's make sure the guards are where they should be. I'm really paranoid now when it comes to this damn depth chart. We'll switch everything on you. So Derek Stingley will be the starter, and then slot corner. So it looks like they didn't change anything. They actually didn't change anything. So Des King, Gold Murray, yeah. So everything is fine. Everything's perfect the way it should be. Now we can simulate week 1 against the Colts. I think the only difference last season was we were at home and they were on the road. But we are 75 overall, 76 defense, 75 offense. So the defense is a little bit better than the offense. And we're going to simulate this first game and see if we can stop Jonathan Taylor and the Indianapolis Colts. Can't even remember who won the division last season. I think it might have been the Jaguars. But we do win. 34-28, kind of an upset on the road. Don't know who their quarterback is. Looks like the game went into overtime, and it actually did, but we could not stop Jonathan Taylor. That was a big problem. We could not stop the run last season. We could barely run the ball, but passing yards were great. No turnovers, 4 red zone touchdowns, and 4 passing red zone touchdowns from Davis Mills, knowing that we might replace him after this season. Still looking to be our quarterback of the future. They do have a rookie quarterback that we outplayed. We only gave up 1 sack on rushing. We could not stop Jonathan Taylor, but Dameon Pierce was not bad himself. Davis Mills rushed for four times, and then our rookie running back only got 1 carry. But Josh Reynolds, come on. 2 touchdowns for Nico Collins. Breven Jordan had 55 yards. Rodgers, 41 and a touchdown, replacing Brandon Cooks. And then Teagan, who was on the practice squad last season, gets the touchdown as our tight end too. Justin Britt gave up a sack. And Vassell, the rookie defensive tackle, first-round pick, had a sack. And then Nasir Adderley, his first game as a Texan, he gets a pick. Tyler Bass misses a field goal for the Colts. And we start the season 1-0. What do you know? We have a weekly award winner. Feels like we just won the Super Bowl in week 1. Everything is looking good for us. Davis Mills gets a weekly award winner. Already looking like the MVP. And this is the poise thing, right? But Vassell had a sack, though. He did have a sack. Oh, come on. Rewrite the script. But now we have the Patriots. They're 81 overall. We just won on the road, though. See if we can do it again, become some road warriors. Mock Draft 1 is getting prepared. I don't want to see us in the top 5. I don't even want to see us in the top 10, especially if we go 2-0. And we go 2-0. 24-21, we beat the Patriots on the road. Another close game, though. First game went to overtime. This one decided by a field goal. This was also on Thursday Night Football. We ran the ball. We're passing the ball. So we trade away our best receiver in Brandon Cooks, and now we can pass the ball better. We stopped them on third down. We were dominant in the red zone again. And Davis Mills, I mean, not a great game, not a bad game, just okay. His efficiency was better, 72 completion percentage. That's all he needs to do. 2 touchdowns for Pierce and then 1 touchdown, first career touchdown for Quandre McDonald. That's what we need to do. Run the ball. That'll protect Davis Mills. We won't have to throw it a lot. He doesn't turn the ball over. If the offensive line can block for him and block for the running game, we should be good. You know, Benjamin got 4 carries. He was averaging 4 yards per carry. Brashad Perriman. 6 catches, 111, no touchdown. Amari Rodgers, 12 catches, 99 yards, looking like the 2 best receivers in the damn league. But a touchdown for Hunter Henry for them. Nico Collins was great. What happened to John Mechie? Rookie guard gave up 2 sacks. Maybe we go back to A.J. Cann. Des King getting a pick, Fairborn making the field goal. And we are 2-0. And we have another Thursday night game in the league screwing us. 2 back-to-back Thursday night games. What is that? What is that? Mock Draft 1 is out. Are we going to play Deshaun Watson? Because when we played the Browns last week in Week 11, it was Jacoby Brissett for some reason. So will we finally play Deshaun Watson in this game? We are projected to take a right in with the 14th pick, and then we have another first-round pick, and that pick is all the way down at 25, middle linebacker, Elijah Aldridge. So I actually don't hate the 2 picks. It addresses defense again. We could use a middle linebacker to replace Kirksey. We could use a defensive end to replace Tyquan Lewis. And now I got to check the depth chart because Brashad Perriman having that big of a game, Amari Rodgers having that big of a game. Looks like John Mechie might have got hurt in the game. But they did not mess up the depth chart. So what is going on? Is it the slot receiver? It is the slot receiver. That's what did it right there. So John Mechie going back there. And did they change anything else? Always got to double check now. Don't trust them. Long snapper remains A.J. Cann. So it looks like everything else. Making sure everybody who is supposed to be starting is starting. Vassell, okay. Lee Collins, and then rush D tackle should be how I set it up. Yeah, so everything else is fine. They just changed the receivers because he got hurt in the game. But we are 2-0. 2-0 to start the season. We have the Browns Thursday night, back-to-back Thursday night games. Are we playing Deshaun Watson? Don't know. We should be playing him. Should be starting. I don't know why they wouldn't start him. And they beat us 24-10. So it looks like the Deshaun Watson revenge game. And they ran all over us, and we had 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers. We lose by 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson really didn't kill us. Sam Darnold got in, though, and killed us with 2 interceptions. Davis Mills wasn't that much better. And then running, we could not stop Nick Chubb. Davis Mills had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Breven Jordan was our leading receiver. Amari Cooper had a touchdown against us. And the offensive line, just about everybody gave up a sack. And then Vassell, he is killing it right now. Another sack, back-to-back games for him. And then we made our field goal. No special teams touchdown. We suffer our first loss at the hands of Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. Moving on to week 4, though, we have a game against the 3-0 undefeated Cincinnati Bengals, looking to be a top team in the AFC. Let's see if we can beat them. The Titans also undefeated, 3-0, leading the AFC South right now. And we beat them in a high-scoring shootout. We end the Bengals' undefeated streak, 41-35. We bounced back from that Thursday night loss to the Browns, and we shut their running game down. This kid, Vassell, making a big impact already on this defensive front. But we did turn the ball over once. 3 fourth-down conversions, so Lovie Smith being very aggressive. And Davis Mills in week 1 had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. What does he do here in week 4? 5 touchdowns to 1 pick. Gave up 3 sacks. And Pierce and McDonald is really giving us a great option at running back, too, because it was so non-existent last season. And they're receiving T. Higgins and Evan Ingram. Good lordy. But John Mechie, 98 and a touchdown. Breven Jordan, he's been killing it. Amari Rodgers, 2 touchdowns. Nobody believed in him when I said he could be our wide receiver 3. And it's showing Eric Tomlinson, who we just signed in the preseason, tight end 3 getting a touchdown. Jonathan Gennard, Malik Collins, Vassell with 3 straight sacks, and Nasir Adderley with 2 picks. Fairborn does miss an early field goal this year, though. But we are 3-1 after 4 weeks in year 2 with the Houston Texans. And, of course, when we're doing good, this is the year where it's going to be a dogfight in the division. The damn Titans 3-1. They just lost their first game. Jaguars, who I think won the division last year, they're 3-1. And then the Colts sitting at the bottom at 1-3. Weekly award winner. Oh, you know it's MVP. Davis Mills trying to force us to not draft a quarterback in the draft. Speaking of that, though, I did not look at the top prospects for the next class. We're going to look at them right now, though, and see what it's looking like. I do see 3 quarterbacks. 1 out of Temple, 1 out of Virginia Tech, 1 out of Oregon. See a couple of defensive linemen. I see a couple of offensive linemen. I see a couple of linebackers. So Davis Mills making it really hard for us to pass on another quarterback. But battle of the 3-1s. We're going to simulate it. We have to go on the road to Jacksonville. And we get blown out, 38-17. Offline is starting to move a little slow. Wish I could do online, but don't feel like dealing with those glitches. So we didn't turn the ball over. They just put more points on the board. Trevor Lawrence wasn't all that better than Davis Mills, MVP Davis Mills right now. But the running game was not working. 2 carries for Amari Rodgers. 1 carry for Davis Mills. Quandre had 12, 21, and a touchdown. Benjamin had about 30 yards. Where was Dameon Pierce? Must have got injured. But Rodgers was good in the receiving game as well. John Mechie had a touchdown, but only 40 yards. Hayden, the rookie tackle, giving up a sack, a couple of sacks, and Christian Harris getting a sack, no picks. Only 1 field goal, no punts inside the 20. And we get our second loss of the season, a division loss. And now we have the 0-5 New Orleans Saints. Can we beat them? I do want to see, though, where is Dameon Pierce? So they're just straight up not going to tell me that he got hurt. Right. So our third down back should be Benjamin. Power back should be McDonald. Make sure they didn't switch anything else. Okay, so every other position should be fine. It's just running back position. So Dameon Pierce, don't even know how long he's out. I will check not the trade center, but the injury report. Man, this offline mode is starting to move a little bit slow. That might be good news, though. That might be a sign that maybe online mode is working or something. Maybe I should try the next rebuild in online. Don't know. But he broke his finger, out 1 game. He'll be back next week. So should be good. But week 6 against the 0-5 New Orleans Saints, this is one of those setup games where the Saints are going to get their first win, and it will be against us. Yeah, and them boys dropped 50 on our heads, 52-21. I just saw it coming. When you see the record, you know it's coming. You can't stop it. The league, I'm telling you right now, is fucking me. They're fucking me with this schedule. 3 Thursday night games. And 2 of them were back-to-back. They dropped 24 in the 4th quarter. Jameis, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. 230. 230 for Alvin Kamara and 3 touchdowns. McDonald, only 38 yards rushing. Receiving, Eno Benjamin was our leading receiver. That's how I knew we were going to lose. John Mechie. Eno Benjamin's having a good season, especially as a receiving back. Justin Britt gave up 2 sacks. Taquan Lewis had a half a sack. Christian Kersey half a sack. Eric Murray with the pick. And Eric Murray playing really well no matter what role. I love those players where it's like no matter what role I put them in, if they're starting, if they're backup, they're 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string, special teams, they still ball out. I love those type of players. 3 injuries. Yeah, this game recognized that we were doing too good in year 2 with the Houston Texans. And they're like, you know what? Derek Stingley, he was going to dislocate his ankle. Cole McKee, starting right rookie guard, we're going to dislocate his ankle. Put the same length as Derek Stingley. Oh, you know what we're going to do, Christian Kersey? We're going to rupture his disc so he's out next game while Dameon Pierce comes back. They have it all planned out. But this is why I love playing with injuries. You use everybody on the team. It's not just one or two players all the time. But we get Damian Pierce back. I can't even remember the names that were out. So Christian Kirksey was another one. He was out. We're going to start Jake Hansen. And then Derek Stingley was out, right? So Des King, Nelson, Gold will get in. And then slub linebacker Jones, Reeves, Maben. I guess that's fine. Could do Jake Hansen. Could do Eric Murray. We'll do Jake Hansen there, and then slot cornerback Des King will be the slot, followed by Gold. Actually, Des King, we don't need him to play slot. Since he's going to be starting this next game, it's going to be Murray and Gold. They're going to have to step up, and injuries hurting us right now. But week 7 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're 2-4. Should be able to bounce back, go to 4-3, get back over 500. Would love to beat the Steelers. Y'all know that. And we blow them out. That just made my heart feel so damn good. So good. 38-6. Our best win of the season so far, especially with all the injuries, that just happened to us. We ran the ball, we passed the ball, no turnovers. We got turnovers on the defense. We were aggressive on 4th down. We were up 21-3 at the half. Gino, I'm sorry, my boy, but you shouldn't have signed with them. Sam Darnold got in, even threw a touchdown. And Damian Pierce comes back with vengeance. 97 yards, a touchdown, averaged 4 yards per carry. And then receiving John Mechie was great. Breven Jordan was good. Offensive line gave up a couple of sacks. And then Vassell looking like the defensive rookie of the year. Des King stepping up as cornerback 1 now, not putting him in the slot. He gets bigger than Deion Jones getting the interception too. And Jet Anderson, special teams touchdown. This season is so unpredictable right now. It is so unpredictable. Mock draft 2, we're already at 4 wins. Mock draft 2 is out, and they have us projected to take number 18, a right outside edge rusher, speed rusher, and then a cornerback, Dominique Charleston. So just bouncing around when it comes to positions in these mock drafts. First it was a middle linebacker and a defensive end, now a right outside linebacker and a cornerback. We have trade offers for Steven Nelson. I don't think I'm going to trade him right now because of the injury to Derek Stingley, but we're going to check out Anthony Shores, Butler, Castro Fields. No. So we're not going to trade him. This is the trade deadline, and I'm going to keep him because we need him right now. But we do have the 5-1 Jaguars. They already beat us, so we can't allow them to get their brooms and dustpans out and complete the sweep. So let's look at Dwayne Gold. Don't know if his depth trait is going to be revealed, but he is playing in the slot right now, so we're going to do the slot. He's close. He is close. Amari Rodgers, he's playing really good this season as our wide receiver 3. We'll do playmaker. And it helps that he played with Aaron Rodgers, the other A. Rodgers on that Packers team. But Jake Hansen, Pierce, John Mechie, Kenyon Green, Vassell I want to put up because he is just ball. We're going to do power rusher. He's getting to the quarterback. And he's only star, but playing like a superstar. Hayden, the rookie right tackle. He's only star. And then Quandre McDonald, our backup power back. Probably should have did elusive, but he'll just come in on goal line situations. And then Cole McKee is normal. Davis Mills. I mean, we'll put up Davis Mills. He's playing like an MVP candidate right now. MVP candidate. He is a field general. I think he's just he is what he is at this point. He's a field general. He is still going to get better. But let's get that overall up. And then everybody else we will auto upgrade. But man, what a season for us. What a start to a season for us, I should say, though. But we got a big game against the Jaguars before the bye week. Would love to go to 5-3, knock the Jaguars down to 5-2, split the season series with them, and we can't. They beat our asses both times. 49-28. Jaguars are just top tier against us in the AFC South, and we just couldn't run the ball. Couldn't stop the run. Turned the ball over. They weren't even that great on third down. They got 1 third down conversion, and they still beat us. They averaged like 14 points a quarter. But Davis Mills, MVP Mills, Gonna get paid a lot of mills if he keeps playing like this. 4 touchdowns. Third game this season where he's thrown at least 4 touchdowns. And Pierce got shut down. John Mechie was good. Rogers has been a big surprise this season. Benjamin too. Jack Anderson is like all of our like backup running backs and receivers are really playing good in their roles. Jalen Petrie gets a pick. But we are 4-4. We are at the bye week. We are at the contract negotiation week. And we're going to look at these contract negotiations. And first up is Laramie Thompson. Going to pay him whatever he wants. Now, 6-year deal for a 29-year-old. I think I would bump this down to like a 4-year deal. I will up the money. We have a lot of money, so we can just pay him whatever he wants. And boom, we get Laramie Tunsil back on a 4-year deal. Steven Nelson, we don't know. Jonathan Grenard, though, I am happy to give him. What's his interest meter, though? He's interested, so we really could just offer him the 2 years, but I would give him a player-friendly deal. I would even move it up to 4 years, and he's coming back. Steven Nelson, we don't know yet. Cameron Johnson makes a Pro Bowl again. Hell yeah, I would bring him back. Benjamin, he keeps playing well. I might bring him back, but we have the other running back. Taquan Lewis is just a Band-Aid for this year, just like the rest of these other guys. Now, Eric Murray, he keeps playing well, getting interceptions. I might consider bringing him back, but all these other guys are just kind of like afterthoughts. No disrespect, but upgraded players, and we have the Ravens at Week 10, followed by another division game against the Colts. Let's auto-upgrade these guys. Jack Anderson, shout out to him, kickoff return, touchdown. But number 12 in points per game, that's looking good. We were damn near bottom of the league last year, and we have the 6-2 Ravens. See if we can knock them off. And we are second in division. Titans 4-4, Colts 2-6. We did get swept by the Jaguars. That does hurt. But Quandre McDonald. We'll do elusive. And let's see, we still don't know. So we're not going to know probably until the end of the season. Derek Stingley, when is he coming back? We need him and Christian Kirksey back. But let's see if we can beat the Ravens on the road. This is the top team in the AFC. This could affect playoff implications. And we do lose 28-11. Could not run the ball. Turning the ball over. Davis Mills. Just got to be more consistent. Throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns one week, and then he throws 3 interceptions the next week. But Breven Jordan was great. He's having a good season. A.J. Cann got in, gave up 2 sacks. They must have put him back in over the rookie. Oh, no, the rookie is actually injured, right? Fairbairn making his field goal. But suffer a loss. And now we're under 500. We're 4-5. Still looking like a good season for us, though. We did not expect to have 4 wins at this point in the season already. Colts trying to come back. They're trying to get out of last place, knock us or the Titans down to last place. And we're not going to allow that, right? And we are. And now we're last. Colts are third, Titans second, and Jaguars at top. We lose 38-28, third straight loss. And what happened? We just can't run the ball, man. Can't run the ball. Can't stop the run. Passing yards are great. They're up. Were we up 21-10 at the half? They were actually up 21-10 at the half. And Davis Mills, a lot of passing yards, but he did throw 2 picks. Did get sacked twice. And we split the season series with the Colts. 140 for John Mechie. 112 for Nico Collins. Breven Jordan. Mari Rogers. I'm liking this receiver and tight end group. Davis Mills. Jonathan Grenard, who's kind of having a down season. He finally gets 2 sacks. I was going to say 2 picks for some reason. And I think the injuries are starting to have an impact on these games now. I do want to check the depth chart because I feel like they switched some things around. I feel like the guys are actually going to be coming back from injury. So where's the rookie guard? So he's out. Cann is starting. Right? Lopez, we're just going to start him over Collins now. Kirksey is back. So why is Stingley not back yet? Weren't they both out 7 weeks? This game. Well, we get Christian Kirksey back, and we need to check the injury report because I could have sworn they were both out 7 weeks. Could have been the lineman I was thinking about, though, and it was the lineman. So Stingley and McKee will be coming back in about 2 weeks. We do have the Raiders, who are 3-7. Now, this will probably determine our season right here. If we lose, we're probably not going to make the playoffs. If we win, we still could be in it, and of course we lose. Now we're looking like the Texans team from last season. And we do lose 27-41. We just, the running game. What happened to the running game? Davis is not Davis Mills. It's the running game. The passing game is great. Secondary needs to be better. The receivers are performing. I guess the defense isn't getting any sacks. We're getting interceptions. Petrie with 2 picks. I think Nasir Adderley has 2 picks, even Murray. So the safeties are getting interceptions. But we're 4-7. We have a breakout wide receiver. This may be Amari Rodgers or John Mechie. It's one of the two. And it's John Mechie trying to go up to superstar dev. I think he'll get superstar dev. He makes the Pro Bowl, has another great season anyway. And we have the Bucks trying to put an end to our playoff hopes. And they did 28-13. We're like on a 5-game losing streak right now. Should I put Sam Darnold in, see what he can do? Don't know. He's gotten in a couple of times already this season. We know what he can do. And Davis Mills getting sacked 7 times doesn't help. Running game, don't know what's going on with that. Are we just transitioning to more of a passing team now? I may need to fire the damn offensive coordinator. But Roy Lopez gets a sack. Petrie, another interception back-to-back weeks. He's having a breakout season. Derek Stingley should be back. Yeah, Derek Stingley should be back, right? Stingley should be back. Slot cornerback, we're going to go with Des King, because that's what he is. Our guard should be back. And maybe that's why we weren't running the ball. Maybe because McKee was out. So if we can run the ball on the Panthers, that will explain a lot. Maybe it was the injury to the rookie right guard. Maybe A.J. Cann is not the guy. And look at that. We get the win with Derek Stingley and our rookie guard McKee back. Now, question, did we run the ball? Did we run the ball? We ran the ball. So, sorry, A.J. Cann. Your job has been taken. It was already taken, but now it's clear that it has been taken. We did give up 4 sacks, but look at that. Look what a rookie right guard, makes a difference. 94 yards and a touchdown for him. Nico Collins, 83 yards and a touchdown. 2 sacks given up from Larry Tunsil. Lopez getting a sack. Des King, Nasir Adderley, the safeties getting interceptions. Let's go. And we do have a weekly award winner. And that is going to go to, I'm going to say Nasir Adderley. No, it goes to Des King, who had 6 tackles, a pick, and a touchdown. So a pick 6 for Desmond King. And now we have the Titans. Is that our first meeting against them? It is, because we play them final week 18. We need to win this game, though. This is a big division game. They're looking to make the playoffs. We're looking to ruin their playoff dreams, and they beat us. So first meeting against the Titans, they beat us. Probably ran all over us with King Henry. And that's exactly what happened. We couldn't run the ball again. So I guess it wasn't our right guard. It's hard to tell. Like, we keep losing games, keep having losing seasons, and it's like, it's not all Davis Mills. But if we get a better quarterback than him, will that do anything? The receivers are playing great with him. They love him. They're getting their yards. They're getting their touchdowns. I mean, is it the defense? get a better defensive players. I just don't know. It's so hard to tell. And do we just give Davis Mills a chance after chance after chance? Or do we just pull the trigger and we draft a new quarterback and just hope? We could draft a new quarterback and then we get the same results. So I just don't know at this point. Just don't know. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe we just let Davis Mills ride out his rookie contract and we don't extend him the final year or something like that. I don't know. But we do lose 40-7, blown out by the Falcons. And what happened? Did we run the ball? We just can't run the ball this season. I don't know what's going on with the running game. Tyquan Lewis. We need an edge rusher. Christian Harris getting a pick. Some of these guys aren't playing as good as they did their rookie year, like Christian Harris. Even Jonathan Grenard's not playing like he did last season. So maybe it's because we don't have enough mentors on the team anymore. Damn near all of them retired last season. So maybe we need to add more mentors to the team. I don't know. But we do beat my Seahawks 38-31 with one game left on the season. So I think we split with the Colts. We got swept by the Jags, on the verge of getting swept by the Titans. We're splitting with them. But we do beat the Seahawks in a great performance from the offense and, well, not the defense that much, but definitely the offense. 3 touchdowns. The Seahawks had a rookie quarterback. We outplayed them. Touchdown for Eno Benjamin. Amari Rodgers, John Mechie. Man, Amari Rodgers, shout out to guys like him. Shout out to the Eric Murrays, the Jack Andersons. Those guys, unsung heroes right now this season. Unsung heroes. Breven Jordan, another one. He's been really good. Hell, you could even say Nico Collins. He's been playing great in his role. But Vassell, defensive rookie of the year, started off hot, slowed down. Shout out to the safeties, man. Nasir Adderley with a pick. And now trying to get our goal of 7 wins with the last game of the season against the Titans. That would actually put us maybe in 3rd place. Or are we going to finish last again? Look at the Titans and the Jaguars trying to battle it out for the division. I am going to upgrade the players just in case Lovie Smith gets fired if we don't get the 7th win. I don't think he should get fired. I think he's done enough to at least have one more season as the coach. But you never know with Madden. They'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. So let's see if we can beat the Titans at home, season finale. And we can't, but we don't get fired. That's good. And looking at our team ranking points per game, I mean, do we really want to look at that last game? We'll look at it just to see who put up numbers. It's always good to see who actually played well. But we're going to finish 6-11. And what happened? We could not stop. Couldn't stop the run. Turned the ball over. If that's how Davis Mills is going to go out, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, maybe that's the deciding game right there. And maybe we need a new quarterback. It's MVP front runner at the beginning of the season. Des King, the only one with the pick against his former team, the Titans. But looking at our team rankings, we were 23rd in points per game, 18th in passing yards. Passing yards did go up, but 29th in rushing. Once again, we were dead last in points per game, so our defense just gives up too many points. But look at the secondary. Secondary with a lot of picks, I can already tell just from the safeties numbers. But 11th in passing yards. So our secondary, the signing of Nasir Adderley, that actually helped. But we couldn't stop the run either. Can't run the ball, can't stop the run. We got to fix that. Looking at our the top performers, you had Josh Allen, Jacoby Brissett, Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor. Looking at 2 of the 3 leading running backs are in our damn division. Yeah, Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen, Von Miller, Myles Garrett, Tre'Davious White, Dax Hill, J.C. Jackson, Fred Warner, Devin White, Eric Kendricks. Looking at our stats, 24th in offensive yards, 4,500 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 9-10 for Dameon Pierce when we could not run the ball, and he was hurt. And then John Mechie, 1,000 yards again. So looking at these numbers, I mean, yards are great, right? 4,500 passing yards. He made a jump again. Every year, he has improved. Yards and touchdowns, he's also improving in the interceptions. And, that's one where we want you to lower the numbers. But touchdowns and yards, he's improving every year. So it's kind of like Davis Mills is on the upward trend. If he can keep that upward trend, he could be our quarterback of the future. He really can. Look what he did. We traded away his best receiver in Brandon Cooks, and he put up his best numbers, a career year for him. But we did give up 44 sacks, rushing. Under 4 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. Kind of a down year for Dameon Pierce. He was also banged up. The rookie pitched in with 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for Davis Mills. He fumbled once. 2 touchdowns for Benjamin, and a touchdown for Nico Collins. Longest rush of the season. I want to see this. It was only 10 yards, a first down, basically. But 2,000-yard receivers. John Mechie going over 1,000 yards again. Breven Jordan, 88, leading the team in receptions. 1,000 yards for a tight end. 6 touchdowns. And then Nico Collins, 75 receptions, third in receptions, 1 short of John Mechie, 4 yards short of 1,000 yards, and a tying team lead with 8 touchdowns, and then 65, 851 for Amari Rodgers. Great from the receivers, great from Davis Mills. I feel like we can win with Davis Mills. I really do. Longest reception was Eno Benjamin. Offensive line, Larry Tunsil down year. Caden, we'll let him pass because he's a rookie. Britt was trash from the center position. Keon Green was kind of below average from the guard position. AJ Cann, with the games that he played, only gave up 3. He didn't start that many, so kind of bad for him. And then Cole McKee was banged up, so really can't judge him on his rookie season. And then defense, a lot of tackles for Deion Jones. 1 pick, 2 TFLs, no sacks. Christian Harris, okay season. Des King with 4 interceptions, 6 TFLs. Petrie with 3 interceptions, 4 for Nasir Adderley. Jonathan Gennard, a lot of TFLs, only 4 sacks, though. Vassell, 11 TFLs, 5 sacks. Kurtzky was kind of banged up. Stingley was banged up. Tyquan Lewis was just a placeholder. Lopez, down year for him. But, man, need to get more sack numbers. And then 4 picks for Des King, 4 for Adelaide. A lot of interceptions, especially from the safeties. So I am proud of them. And then looking at the forced fumbles, we had 1 for Des King. What a season for Desmond King. What a season for Desmond King. And he had a pick 6. And Petrie had a pick 6. And Murray had a pick 6. Fairborn made all his extra pointers just like he did last season. And he only missed 1 field goal just like last season. We have the best kicker in the league. Best kicker in the league. I don't care about McPherson. I don't care about Harrison Buxter. I don't care about the GOAT, Justin Tucker. In this Madden 23 Houston Texans realistic rebuild, Kaimi Fairbairn is the GOAT. Punting inside the 28 times, longest 71, average 50.7 down season for Cam Johnson. Jet Anderson, we saw he had a special teams touchdown, no punt return touchdown. Yearly awards MVP. Thought it would have been Davis Mills. It goes to Jalen Hurts. Coach of the year will go to Zach Taylor. AFC Offensive Player goes to Nick Chubb. Defensive Player goes to Josh Allen. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tony Timmons of the Chiefs. And we had McDonald at number 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Angelo Cunningham of the Jets. Vassell coming in as the runner-up at number 2. Best QB goes to Joe Burrow. Best running back is going to go to Nick Chubb. Best receiver is going to go to Christian Kirk. No John Mechie for a second straight season. Offensive line goes to Creed Humphrey. D-line is going to go to Von Miller. Linebacker to Josh Allen. No Texans anywhere. DB going to go to Dax Hill. Des King coming in at number 5. And then best kicker, Josh Lambo with Fairbairn coming in at number 3. So another down season, another losing season. But we did improve. Went from 5 wins to 6 wins. Still last in the division. Davis Mills improved. Secondary improved. The receivers improved. Still can't run the ball and stop the run. Kurt Hennig just just got signed in the playoffs, so hopefully he goes and wins the Super Bowl from our practice squad. And we'll see if we had any Pro Bowlers. It will be the Bucks going back to the Super Bowl, but they'll be playing the Denver Broncos this time. And do we have any Pro Bowlers, or will it just be our punter again, Cameron Johnston? Breven Jordan's gonna make it. Let's go. With them 1,000-yard season, I think he should go up to star dev. And that's the thing. If we keep Davis Mills with Breven Jordan going up to star dev and the way the receivers played, if we get the running game going, we can win with Davis Mills. I just know we can. Maybe I'm just trying to talk myself into it and not draft a quarterback. Jadeveon Clowney, former #1 overall pick from the Houston Texans, making the Pro Bowl. And do we have any more Texans? Dez King is going to make it. That makes 2 for us. And damn, I really thought Jet Anderson was going to make it. But shout out to Dez King. Shout out to Breven Jordan. And now we are at the Super Bowl week where we should have some upgrades, I would think. Maybe Dez King has a chance to go up to Superstar Dev. Breven Jordan needs to go up Star Dev. If he doesn't, they robbed him. Straight up. And he does go up to Star Dev. Let's go. Shout out to Breven Jordan. Continuing to be on the rise. I think Nico Collins might have had a shot. Maybe Amari Rogers had a shot. Thought John Mechie might have had a shot to go at Superstar Dev. Davis Mills keeps his Star Dev. Pierce keeps his. McDonald, we still don't know what he is. Hayden came out as a star. So everybody else on offense stay the same. On defense, Dez King does go up to Superstar Dev. Vassell, we saw, came out as a star. Harris goes back up to star. They're probably going to knock him back down. Don't know why they keep playing my boy like that. Then Nasir Adderley Petrie, they stay the same. So shout out to Dez King and shout out to Breven Jordan going up Dev traits. And Christian Harris, I guess, going back up where should have never went down. Bucks, Broncos, Super Bowl. Don't even know if Brady's still playing. But the Bucks do win the Super Bowl. Who's their quarterback? Who's the Super Bowl MVP? Levante David, Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts, NFL MVP. Zach Taylor, Adam Thielen, Josh Allen, the edge rusher. And you have Mark Turner, quarterback of the Falcons for Rookie of the Year. And then that middle linebacker, Angelo Cunningham, who beat out our defensive tackle, Vassell, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we paid Jonathan Grenard. We paid Laramie Tunsil. The rest of the guys were like bench players. But I'm thinking about bringing some of them back. Maybe like Eric Murray, we bring him back. Mock Draft 3 is out. And we'll see. We have a top 3 pick. They have us projected to take a quarterback. Now, there's a power rusher, edge rusher up here, Joey Walker. C block shedding, A power moves. C play rec I don't like. C finesse moves I think it'd be better. Why can I never draft edge rushers? It seems like there never is any good ones. There's one up here at the top. And it's like every time I pick at the top of the board, these guys are just not worth like top 5 picks. I bet you their talent does not match the projection, okay? There is a left tackle up here. There's another power rusher up here. A pursuit, B block shed, B tackling. Maybe he's the better fit. B tackling, C play reg. We just need to scout the edge rushers. I think I'm going to do the edge rushers, and I think I'm going to do the quarterbacks. Look at this guy. Joey Stanton. A block shedding, B awareness, B power moves, A pursuit. What about the finesse? B to D. Joey Stanton might be the best edge rusher in the class. And then our other pick, they have us taking another freaking quarterback. So these quarterbacks are not worth, none of them are top 5 talents. I mean, this guy, though. Bunch of A's besides the deep accuracy. Dylan Beal. A awareness, A injury. He actually doesn't look that bad. But I don't think we're going to take a quarterback again this year. I think we're going to pass. These quarterbacks are not that talented. 5 of them go in the first round and not one a top 5 guy. Yeah, I think we're honestly going to pass. We're going to look at the edge rushers. Yeah, I think we're just going to look at the edge rushers. I think we're going to look at Stanton, and then I think I'm going to look at the top two guys and maybe Ware. So, yeah, another year of Davis Mills. Retirements. See who all retired. And Tyler Shatley is going to retire for us, and that's about it. Looking at the rest of the contract negotiations, we have about 15 players. Steve Nelson, I think we can upgrade. Cameron Johnson, I mean, didn't have a Pro Bowl type season, but I would bring him back because of what he did last season. So one more year. Malik Collins can go. We're good at defense tackle. Eno Benjamin was not bad. He was great in the receiving game. But when we have running back 2, do we want to pay our running back 3? I don't think so. Taquan Lewis is just a placeholder. Fairbairn has been the best damn kicker in the league. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. Up the money, too. Going to pay him. Charlton, Brashard Perriman, Tomlinson, A.J. Cann. Now, Murray, he's played really great for us. But with Nasir Adderley taking over as a starter, Murray can go start somewhere else. Christian Kersey, we could upgrade. Britt had a bad season. And Charlie Heck and Reeves Maben, they were just reserves. So, going to advance the week. And let's see who has any bad contracts. Let's see who. Maybe Sam Darnold gets cut. But we're going to keep him on the team for now. But McDonald, he was a star dev. So all of our rookies that hit the dev traits were a star. Kylan Hill, we'll just keep him for right now. Thought about cutting him. We're going to keep all 3 of our receivers. They were great. Breven Jordan was great. Tonsil, Green. We do need a center now. We need a edge rusher. Lopez lost his dev trait, so we could use another defensive tackle. Need a middle linebacker. And we need a cornerback. And Gold was a star, I'm guessing, went down to normal. So it looks like we need a couple of things. We need corner. We need a linebacker. We need a defensive tackle. We need an edge rusher. We need a center. And maybe receiver and maybe quarterback. So we can use damn near just about anything. So we'll look at the free agency first, see who's there, see who has interest, who's a scheme fit. This is so stupid. Justin Herbert here. Trayvon Diggs, Rashawn Gary. Now, Rashawn Gary, he does not have interest, though. Jalen Hurts, who just won MVP, and the Eagles let him go. They need to fix this for real. Just fix it, man. Just fix it to us here. Like, come on, just fix it. Fullback, anybody here? No. Receivers, not going to go after these guys that should not be here. And we were good at receivers. We do need a center, though. I don't see anybody here that would be an upgrade. I mean, Justin Britt is there. Looks like we're going to have to draft one. Kevin Zeitler's here. Gabe Jackson. There are some tackles here, though, like Trent Brown. But we need a center. Left end, I mean, Justin Matabuki is here. He has interest. Not a scheme fit, though. Jadeveon Clowney, that would be crazy if we brought him back to Houston. Dean Lowry's here, but I think we're going to draft our edge rusher. And then defensive tackle. I mean, Grover Stewart does have a little bit of interest. He is here. He wants to play in a warm weather state. And you know what? I think I would go after him. Dalvin Tomlinson is another name. He's probably a better scheme fit. He is the same age. He's a better scheme fit, less overall. I think I'm going to go for Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm not going to go after Rashawn Gary. Eric Kendricks does have superstar dev. You go after Jordan Brooks. He did play at Texas Tech. Patrick Queen is here. Shaq Thompson is here. Is there a cornerback here? So A.J. Terrell. is here. Chidobe Awuzie is here. James Bradbury is here. And Jeff Okuda is also here. Yeah, Des King with Derek Stingley. Should we get Jeff Okuda? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here is what we're going to do. Matabuki, I'm interested in. Actually, I'm not. It's not a scheme fit. I'm interested in Dalvin Tomlinson. I would give him a player-friendly deal, 2-year deal, up the money, actually overpay him a little bit. I would bring in Dalvin Tomlinson to improve the D-line. And then I would bring in I feel like I should do Eric Kendricks. Jordan Brooks doesn't have any interest in this. I would bring in a corner, and that corner would most likely probably be Jeff Okuda. Do I want to do Jeff Okuda? Close to home in Texas. No income tax. I'm going to do Jeff Okuda. You know, we gave them Brandon Cooks. Give us Jeff Okuda. And I think bringing in Jeff Okuda, Dalvin Tomlinson, improving the defense once again. And I think what I am going to do for the offensive coordinator, because we haven't been able to run the ball, even though the offense has improved, I think I am going to fire Ed Green and hire a different offensive coordinator, one that has a power run, not a zone run. And this guy, Ruben Reynolds, has the power run. He's the only one, so we're going to hire him as the new offensive coordinator. So now, new offensive coordinator for this upcoming season. We hired a new defensive coordinator last season. And let's see if we can get these guys. And I forgot, it's no longer advanced a week. You have to actually simulate the damn period. But let's go back. We'll check it out, see if we got Dalvin Tomlinson, and see if we got Jeff Okuda. And we got them both. Welcome, Jeff Okuda, coming back home to Texas, and Dalvin Tomlinson. Perfect scheme fit. Pair up with Vassell, our defensive tackle, and Roy Lopez, and beef up that defense a little bit more. We get a dress middle linebacker and edge rusher in the draft, which is the two positions I may just go with anyway. Mock Draft 4 is out. And they do have us taking that quarterback still. Now, I'm not going to go quarterback. I am going to go with edge rusher and probably middle linebacker with the other pick. It's just we really have to hit it on the edge rusher, whoever it may be. So we'll look at the prospects really quick and decide who will be a better fit. I always got to take a look at the fullbacks because I'm just waiting on the day I get a generational talent fullback. A receiver we could take like in the third round maybe. Don't really like need to reach for one. I don't really see any anyway. We do need a center though. We could move the guard that we drafted as a center back to center and then draft a guard. That's an option. I like this guy down here on the board who's projected to go undrafted. He doesn't look that bad. And, actually, he may be bad. Center, again, I mean, this third to fourth round guy Doesn't look that bad. Elite acceleration. C pass block, but A run block, B pass block. Yeah, Ken Whitfield could definitely be an option for us. And then looking at guard, I mean, this guy down here, a bunch of C's and A's could do something. But let's look at the edge rushers, though. We're going to be taking one. This guy's a top 5. Let's look at this one, though. Tyquan, not Lewis, but Tyquan Carroll. B play reg, A power moves, D finesse moves, though. I think Joey Walker, who's projected to go number 1 overall, I think, with elite acceleration. He may be the best one. He may be the best one. And then I am going to look at the outside linebackers who are considered edge rushers, power rushers. I do like Raymond Ware. I do like the other guy, Joey Stanton. I looked at him already. And then middle linebacker is another position that we could take. Elijah Aldridge, I think, is a guy that they had us projected to take. And he looks really good. He's a good fit for us. He has a lot of speed. He's the strongest linebacker in the class. And I'm probably going to take him with our second first-round pick. And then cornerback, we just signed Jeff Okudah, so we really wouldn't need. So now I just want to focus on the scouting, the private workouts I meant for the edge rushers. Mock Draft 5 is available, and we're going to see if it's the same as Mock Draft 3 and 4. It's been really consistent. Walker going at the top, followed by Marcus Branson. And we could trade up. We have 2 first-round picks, but I think we could still get a good edge rusher down the board and a middle linebacker. They have us taking Aldridge anyway at 15, so he should be able to fall to us, and we just get the edge rush with the other picks. So just addressing defense. Private workouts. Let's do it right now. We're going to do the edge rushers, though. I know that middle linebacker is going to be really good. But I want to do the edge rushers. I want to do Stanton. I want to know more about Stanton. I want to know more about Ramon Ware. And I want to know more about maybe Tyquan. Maybe Larry Jones. Yeah, we'll do Larry Jones. Bunch of edge rushers. See which one is the best of the bunch. Check out the recap. See where Justin Herbert and all these players, crazy players, and signed to. Justin Herbert, seems like him and Nick Bosa always go to the Giants. Trayvon Diggs to the Falcons. Rashawn Gary to the Seahawks. I would love that in real life. AJ Terrell to the Colts coming to our division. T. Higgins to the Chiefs. Jalen Hurts to the Seahawks. Would love it. Chidobe Awuzie, Packers, Jordan Brooks. It's just all over the place. McCole Hardman coming to the division. It's just all over the place. They need to fix something to where the computer actually tries to re-sign their damn players, man. Especially the Justin Herberts of the world. And then let's look at the college players before I start the draft, because we should know a little bit more about the 3 edge rushers that we focused on. And let's take a look at them. So the first one to the left end. It wasn't a left end. It was a right end. It was Larry Jones. So we do know that he has D finesse, A power, C block shed, and B tackling. He has elite strength, good speed on him, A awareness, B play rec. He's not that bad. It's just the finesse moves worries me a little bit with the D. But he is not bad. He would be a great first-round pick. Ramon Ware, B block shedding, A pursuit, B tackling, D zone coverage. He has elite strength and an A awareness, B block shedding, C to D finesse, A power, A pursuit, C play rec. The C play rec is a little bit concerning, but he doesn't look that bad either. We just have to figure out which guy is worth picking, and then Stanton, who I think was the best early on. A block shedding, A pursuit. He is 23 years old. Not that great of an athlete, but look at his speed. Second in speed, first in strength. B awareness, A block shedding, B power moves, C finesse moves, A pursuit. I think he just had a good combine. Not that great of an athlete, and then the skills aren't as good as I thought they were. Man, this is tough. I do love his block shedding and his speed. Is he a power rusher? He is. So really, I think the best one out of all of them. I mean, I know we're not going to be able to get Joey Walker. I think the best one is probably Larry Jones, or maybe Ramon Ware, who's not as fast, but A power moves, A pursuit, A awareness, B block shedding, B tackling. Ramon Ware may be the best one. So let's just go to the draft and let's see how this all plays out. Could even trade down. So let's start the draft. Seahawks, number 1 overall pick. They go Joey Walker. Saints go Marcus Branson. And then let's see what the trade downs would be. If we could trade down like to pick 5 or something and pick up some extra picks. We are in the year 2024, right? So we could trade down to pick 4, pick up an extra 3rd next year and a 7th this year. Trade down to pick 5, get a 3rd next year with the Lions. I think I might trade down to pick 4 with the Raiders. We pick up an extra 3rd next year and a 7th this year. Why not?
There has been a trade.
Trade down to pick 4. It's only one spot. See who the Raiders want to trade up and get, and they get a quarterback. So we get an extra 3rd round pick next year, 7th this year, and then we can take the guy that we wanted all along. We're going to pass by all these quarterbacks, and I think I'm going to take Ramon Ware. I think he's the best of the 3 edge rushers that we invited out, for our private workout. And, I think he's going to be a good player for us. So we're going to take him. Ramon Ware.
The clock now. The Detroit Lions.
Simulate to our next pick.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are now on.
It's not all about the depth trait. It's not all about the depth trait.
Now the San Francisco 49ers pick.
49ers get a quarterback.
Now on the clock, the Giants.
I just know those other edge rushers are going to be hitting dev. And are they all available on the board? Probably should have took Larry Jones because he went to Texas. Yes, Stanton still would have been on the board. So there must be something wrong with those guys. We're going to take a middle linebacker, though. Aldridge falling to us with our 2nd first-round pick. Beef up the defense some more, and he at least has hidden depth. So we get a middle linebacker, we get an edge rusher. Then with our next pick, I think we're probably going to take like a cornerback or we have an early 2nd-round pick. Forgot about that. But we could go corner. Actually, not. We brought in Jeff Okuda, right? We have safeties. We could try edge rusher again. We brought in Dalvin Tomlinson, a defensive tackle. Even though this guy, John Abbott, looks really good as a speed rusher. I don't want to take him. There is some more power rushers. I have to double dip. But, I mean, we just invested a 1st-round pick in the other guy. Do we go center? Cam Whitfield? Is that the pick? There is this receiver, though, Braxton Lippett. going to go center. We're going to go Cam Whitfield. Should be a day one starter for us,
Now
and
on
that'll
the
complete
clock,
our
it's
offensive
the
line.
Las Vegas
And we're
Raiders.
just not hitting the depth traits this draft. It's not all about the depth
The
traits. It's
Houston
not all
Texans
about
are
the
now
depth
on the
traits.
clock.
If that defensive tackle is there, I'm intrigued to take him. That corner looks good. Ricky Felix down the board. And the defensive tackle that we were looking at has gone off of the board. The defensive ends are kind of gone. I do want to look at receiver. It's just nothing there at receiver. Yeah, it's just nothing at receiver. Don't need any more running backs. We're not going to invest picking a quarterback. Do we trade out of this pick? Do we trade out of this pick? This is a high third round pick, though. I just don't know what to take. Oh man, we're stuck. I don't know who to take. I think I'm gonna just let the computer.
The Las
I'm gonna let the
Vegas
computer make the
Raiders
pick.
now
We
on the
ran out of
clock.
time. I really wanted to make the pick. They go fucking tight end, bro.
Now on
I
the
guess we
clock,
could have used
the
another backup tight end,
Texans.
but still, like, come on, come on. Here is a safety that we could probably convert to like a linebacker. The awareness. See, Emmett Franklin. He's one that we can convert to a linebacker. Could eventually replace Deion Jones, and I think I'm gonna do
The
it.
Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock
All right,
now.
moving to linebacker, play backup safety, replace Eric Murray. Just add depth to the
On the
team.
clock now, the
And I
Houston
really want to get a
Texans.
receiver. Just don't see any. And this is not looking like one of our strongest drafts, especially when it comes to depth traits. I feel like we should take a corner, add more depth at corner. We're gonna go at Ricky Felix, guy we were looking at earlier.
With the next
Big
pick,
cornerback,
the
no depth
Raiders
trait,
are on the
but should
clock.
have good ratings. And do we
On the clock
take a
now,
fullback?
the
We have a lot of
Houston
draft picks.
Texans.
Do we take a fullback? I just don't know what else to take, really. It's got to be a receiver somewhere, right? Johnny Kerr, 6'5", 233. We take a chance on him. We have Nico Collins, who's that big body receiver already. I mean, a deep threat. Could take a chance on him. 4.29.
It's the
Return man
Raiders
at the
now on
least.
the clock.
95 speed, 97 acceleration. We have our new return man. Him and Jet Anderson.
The Houston Texans are now on the clock.
And then with our fifth round pick, we just have a lot of picks this year. We're really going to fill out the roster. We took a corner. Do we have a backup for Christian Harris? I don't think we do. Yeah, I actually don't think we do. So we're going to get this guy, KJ Coleman. He looks really good. He
The
looks like a
Las Vegas
steal.
Raiders are on
Going
the
to get him
clock.
as the backup to Christian Harris, maybe the heir to Deion Jones. And I think we need a backup for
Now
Jonathan
on the
Grenard.
clock, the
A backup for
Texans.
Jonathan Grenard. We let Taco Charlton go. So let's go. Let's go right in. Let's go left end. Yeah, I guess we'll take a chance on Trevor Payne. Might be a painful pick, but I mean, no, we can't. F play rec. He's just can't see anything on the field. He really has no vision if he has F play rec. There's just nothing here, man. Guess we'll take this guy. Move him to right end. Why not? At least D play rec is better than F play rec. And we have what? I'm about to just trade these picks, man. So many damn draft picks. We're gonna use them all though. We're gonna use them all. Let's try again for a backup edge rusher, backup power rusher, speed rusher, whatever. Let's take this guy, Dakota Howard. We got to hit on one. Oh, hidden Dev in the 7th round. Let's go. Should have been the 1st round pick, dude. Got to find a way to get that guy on the field. And with the last pick, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take a fullback, man. Why not? This guy's blocking. Scheme fit is utility back, though. Let's do A pass block, B run block. Let's take Eddie Blonde.
It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock.
Eddie Blonde with brown hair. Eddie Blonde with the brown hair. Another 7th round pick. And I'm going to go with a backup to Laramie Tunsil. Didn't even think about that at first. Backup for Laramie Tunsil. Let's go Nolan Burke. Looks okay. A lot of reds, but should finish the draft. I don't want to see no more damn picks. Let's just go to the end of the draft. If we have another pick, we have another pick. But I mean, at least we got a hidden dev with our middle linebacker. We got a hidden dev in the 6th round or 7th round, actually, right outside linebacker. Not the 1st round pick, left outside linebacker, but 76 overall. I will take that. If he doesn't have a hidden dev trait, so be it. Ramon Ware, I think, was the better pick for us. He's going to be a day 1 starter at left end. Middle linebacker, average 75, hidden dev. He'll probably be the best player from this draft class for our draft class. And then the center, no dev trait, kind of like the guard from last year, but going to be a day 1 starter. I let the computer take this tight end because we ran out of time. He is a normal, but he should be a good backup. I like Cortiano, though. I'm probably going to be our backup. Missed this free safety spot. Corner, Ricky Felix, that's actually a great overall. The receiver with a lot of speed is going to be a great return man for us. KJ Coleman, 67, will be a good backup. Left outside linebacker, I guess. And then Anderson, we kind of missed on that. But 63, I mean, bad overall, but does have a dev trait. And then the fullback, we kind of missed on that. And then the left tackle, we kind of missed on that. I do want to see where the other edge rushers were, though. The best player in the draft class was a receiver, pick 10 to the Bears. Ramon Ware was the 3rd best player in the draft. So kind of a weak draft class. We got the 3rd best player in the draft. So can't hate that. I just hate that it wasn't a, Taquan Carroll. Normal dev. Okay. And where did the other ones go? So Lucas, we weren't going to take him. Where the hell? Stanton. So Stanton was only a 72. He did have hidden. And I don't even want to look at the rest. So I don't even see them at the top of the board. So, but 6 wins. We improved by 1 win. And looks like Davis Mills, we're going to keep going with him. But in a year that's probably going to be his final year if he does not take us to the playoffs or we win more games or he has less interceptions, we may have to finally move on at quarterback. But that'll wrap it up for part 2 until the next episode.